morning, everybody. Hello, and welcome to August 10th. I believe today is August 10th. That's right, man. This is the second Friday of the 8th month of the 2018th year, Anno Domini, and I hope you guys are looking forward to a really good weekend. I know I am. Tonight is going to be one for the record books. If you're in the Central Florida area and you would like to come by, please, by all means, just reach out to me on Facebook. You can also reach out to El Commodore. You can reach out to Shelly Wheeler, Brianna Rivera. There's a bunch of people on the Kitchen Killers team that you can reach out to. So if you are coming by the show tonight, it is bound to be an epic one, and you need directions or an address, by all means let us know. But I wanted to talk to you guys this morning around 2:30. You guys know how it is. Actually, I don't know if you know how it is, but FYI, this morning around 2:30, I was just kind of sitting there pondering life as people normally do, and I was thinking about people getting started in new projects, no matter what it is, whether it be a job, a band, a relationship, whatever. And it's interesting because we take our history into new projects. That's what we do, naturally. We take our history of relationships into new relationships, our history of professional jobs into a new job, our history of projects into a new project. We always do this. It's a natural course of action. We take our lessons that we've learned and we bring it forward. Unfortunately, we also take the emotion from that previous engagement and we bring it into the next one as well. And a lot of times what happens is we start a new project without forgiving ourselves for the last project not working the way we truly wanted it to. Yesterday I was in conversation with the great Commodore and our social media team, and I was reminiscing about how many bands and how many projects I've been a part of. Ultimately, you can look at each one of those projects as a success because of the experience and the knowledge that I obtained, and I could also look at each one of those projects as a failure because clearly they didn't work out the way I wanted them to. Unfortunately, what I've done in the past is I've taken that failure and I've taken that anger in myself. I've taken that frustration in myself, that disappointment in myself, and I've brought it as fear into the next project. And sometimes we're so afraid of the same thing happening, by our actions, we cause the exact same thing to happen. And it's unfortunate, but it's very true, and it happens a lot. It happens in relationships, it happens in business, it happens in projects. So my tip of advice for today is before you start a new project, forgive yourself for the last one not working out. Before you start a new relationship, forgive yourself for the last one not working out. Forgiveness is a very interesting thing. It takes a weight off of our shoulders and allows us to move forward. As Don Henley says, if we keep that hate inside, it will eat us alive. And that's what's going to happen. We only have so many F's to give throughout the day. We've talked about this for a long time. And if we focus on the pain and the depression and the anger and the hatred and the malice and the disappointment in ourselves, it just rots us away. We have to be able to not only forgive the people around us, but you have to be able to forgive yourself before you move forward. If you move forward without forgiving yourself, you're going to take that with you into that next project, and it's absolutely possible for that anger and that frustration and that disappointment to destroy a brand new project out of fear because you're worried about the same thing happening again. So if you don't forgive yourself, you already take a tainted soul into that next project. You take a tainted vision into that next project that's already to a degree spoiled, and you're hoping that the next project fixes the problem. But the issue with that is it's a different project. It doesn't fit. So you have to forgive yourself before you step into something new. If you leave a job that caused you pain and caused you frustration and caused you anxiety, and you start a new job without being able to come to terms with what happened, forgive yourself, forgive the people that were involved, and you start that new day with a clear mind and an open conscience and a clear soul, you're going to bring that anger into that next project, into that next relationship, into that next band, into that next friendship, into that next whatever. You're going to take it with you. So it's so important not only to forgive the people that were involved, but ultimately to forgive yourself. You have to realize, or try to realize, how great you have it right now. How awesome it is right now. How there are people out there in the world that wish that they had what you had right now. And it's absolutely amazing when we look at it, because we always look ahead. We look at the people that we want to be like. We look at our mentors. We look at the places we want to be. And we feel like we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Where I'm disappointed with where I am now because we're not there yet. However, it is imperative to also look at where you came from, where you started. Whether you be in cosplay, whether it be a musician, whether you be an artist, whether it's a business decision, whether it's a relationship. It's always good to have goals to strive for and a location to reach for and to drive toward. However, if we set our goals too high, that level of disappointment can come pretty quickly when the goal isn't attained quickly as well. However, behind us is where we started, and you gotta take that into consideration. You gotta remember your roots. And that's why it's important to remember your roots, not only to pay homage to where you started at, but also to see your growth and progress. Because that's very, very important, to see how far you've come in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, to see how far you've come with that project, to see how far you've moved with a business, to see how far you've come with yourself, and in growing and understanding and knowledge and experience and forgiveness and compromise. Compromise is so huge. Anytime you get involved with a team, you have to understand it's not just your vision anymore. It's the team's vision. And if everybody opens up their mind and opens up their hearts, most importantly, you guys can share a unified vision, and you can move forward toward that vision without any impediments whatsoever. And that's really what it's about, is shedding your pride. Get rid of that individualized idea of this is how you want it to be. Because when you're working with a team, I guarantee you the product will be better than you could possibly imagine. But you've got to open your mind and open your heart. You've got to think about it as a team vision, not an individual vision. But before you get involved in a team, a new one, you have to forgive yourself for what happened in the last one that didn't work out. Clearly the reason you're involved in a new team is because the last one didn't work out. But clearly the reason you're involved in a new relationship or a new job or a new band or a new group is because the last one didn't work out. And if you take that negativity with you, it's possible to poison the brand new project. So it's important not only to forgive the people in your past that you worked with, but also to forgive yourself. And that's tough. I have a hard time forgiving myself. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've done a lot of things that I regret, and the way that just through life. And we learn and we grow and we evolve and we realize, hey, that probably wasn't a great idea. So I'm going to do my best to be the best person I could be today and leave tomorrow where tomorrow is, and forgive myself for yesterday. So if you're able to forgive yourself and move forward and forgive the people and the loved ones and the people around you when you move into a new project, you're going to go in there with an open mind and an open heart. And it's interesting when you look at people that are just getting started in the industry, they're so anxious, they're so excited, they have open eyes, and they've never been jilted and they've never been hurt. And if you think about somebody that starts in a brand new relationship or a brand new project like that, it's awesome to see. It's a breath of fresh air. They haven't been jilted, they haven't been hurt, they haven't been heartbroken yet. And if we could do that, even the ones that have been heartbroken, we could look at our past, learn from those mistakes, learn from those things that we did right, take those lessons with us in a positive way into a brand new relationship. Whether it be whatever, friendship, relationship, group, it doesn't matter, job, whatever. But you've got to learn to forgive yourself for previous projects that didn't work out before you start a new project with new people. It's not their fault what happened to you before, and it's not yours either. It's a combination of energies and decisions. Ultimately, everything that we do comes back to us. It's the way that it works. So you have a chance, a choice, and the ability to start a brand new day, fresh and new, every single time you wake up. Make today amazing. If you guys are in the Orlando area, hell, if you're in the Tampa and St. Pete area, if you're across Florida, whatever, man, and you can get to Orlando tonight, by all means. We have our 1-year anniversary Kitchen Killer show, and we are breaking out the big guns, man. It's going to be awesome. We're expecting a packed house, and we want more, because it's awesome. What a great community and a great group of friends we've had the ability to meet with this past year. We've traveled all over the state of Florida. This is the end of our first year. Tonight is our 1-year anniversary. We start a brand new one next Friday, and we are excited about the projects that we have. And we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for you. And you, 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 and all that good stuff. However, I will talk to you guys soon. I love you. Peace and love and above all that other good stuff. Lots of happiness. We will see you tonight at 9:05, facebook.com/Billy Floyd Music. If you're in Orlando, message me. I'll give you the address. Come on by. Bring something cool to drink. Bring something small to snack on. The Mad Scientist is going to be whipping it up tonight, baby. It's going to be so good. So I'll see you guys soon. Stay out of trouble. Enjoy your Friday. Love you. Pizza.